Hi, Lewis here. I want to do a review of Shazam: Fury of the Gods, which came out today, which I saw in Imax. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but I will talk about the first film probably because I rewatched that the other day and I liked that film. I saw it at the cinema when it came out and I liked it. And I watched it again a couple of years ago and I liked it, and I watched it again this week and I liked it. So I was looking forward to this one, and I would say I didn't like it as much as the first one. It just felt a bit kind of off. I don't know why. I wouldn't say I disliked it, but I wouldn't say I liked it. I don't like to compare films even if they are sequels, so I'll just talk about this kind of independently and try. I don't really know. I'll try and figure out the way why I feel the way that I did, I suppose. But I am. I don't know. I'm a bit sad today, so maybe that's why I didn't like it. I don't know why. It's just life, isn't it? But yeah, when it first started, I was like, "This is gonna be really good." Sorry, these lights are really bright, aren't they? I don't know why. Move that one away a little bit. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah. When it first started, they're doing some superhero stuff, and I was like, "Oh, cool! This is just gonna be like a fun superhero movie." Like, I feel like everything's so dark now. Like, sometimes you just need superheroes to do superhero stuff, and I'm just like, "Cool, let's see some of that," and that was nice. But then when it kind of gets more into kind of the plot, and I just felt it was a bit, I don't know, not like complicated, but maybe just a little bit convoluted. Like I wasn't quite clear on some things, and like not in a way that it didn't, it wasn't confusing. I just kind of went, yeah, I guess that's what's happening. But I don't know. I think that was probably the bit that kind of lost me. And it's just kind of, yeah. I mean, if you ask me to recount the plot, I say I don't really know what I'd say. It's kind of weird, but then it's fine. But I do like the cast. Like I said, at the end of the last film, they had the whole like Marvel family kind of thing, and they're all cool, and I like them, and I like the actors that play the grown up versions as well as the kids, and like I like when they have the adult actors, they play them the same as the kids, like kind of thing, like they have the same sort of traits, and I think that's really well done. And the villains in this are pretty cool. We've got Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu, which is kind of an interesting like shout when I saw them in the trailer as like the daughters of Atlas, and it's just kind of like, but they're pretty cool. There's some good actors, and it's nice to see them like handle this sort of material with just some real weight and sincerity as they do, and that's quite cool. Rachel Zegler from Spielberg's West Side Story is in it as well, and I really like her. She's really good. And I can't remember the name of the actor, but it's the kid who plays Freddy in the first one and this one. I like him as well, but I just felt like I think maybe there was kind of too much in it and there wasn't enough time for everyone, but I think they did the best they could. I think like with what was happening, I think again it's better than any film I could ever make, but I think maybe it needed a little bit more work on tightening a few bits up, but what do I know? I really like David F. Sandberg as a director, and he seems like a cool guy, so I can tell that they did try pretty hard on this, and that goes a long way. But I've said before in my reviews as well that for me, I like big monsters, and there's a lot of monsters and stuff in this one, and that goes a long way with me. So anything that's got cool monsters and animals and stuff in, that gets points for me. Yeah, so I think, yeah, overall I liked it. There wasn't any point where I was kind of like, oh, I'm bored, or come on, get this over with, or anything like that. I did go with it, and I did enjoy it, but it was just missing that little something. I don't know what it was. Like I say, maybe it was a bit too convoluted, or maybe it just, I don't know, the story didn't quite work for me. But again, I'm not saying that as any kind of massive criticism. I think that's why I didn't quite connect with it. But I think there's enough to enjoy here. I don't have any major problems with it. I think, like I said, I think the cast is probably my favourite bit, and there's some cool CG smashy action stuff. And yeah, I think even though it's a bit of a silly film and a bit of a silly kind of character, which works in the first one, I think it works because like everyone approaches it with like sincerity, like the actors aren't kind of just kind of goofing around. They're treating this stuff pretty seriously, and I think that's good. I think that goes a long way. I will say it probably wasn't as funny as the first one. On the opposite side of that, they did that thing quite a lot where that really bugs me in films and stuff, where they explain the joke. Like someone will do something silly or say something silly, and as the audience you kind of go, oh, that's funny because they did this, and then another character goes, you shouldn't have done that, and you kind of go, I already got it. You didn't need to explain it. Like it's fine. But yeah, so yeah, like I say, I think it probably wasn't as funny as the first, and it didn't quite work. I think, I'm not sure what it was about the first one that really works, but I feel like it did. But yeah, but anyway, on its own, yeah, reasonably enjoyable, but not one I'd say I loved or anything. But yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like and a comment if you want, and Shazam.